Feb's going to be the day where your lagging indicator is going to give you some closes. You going to get some closes, Feb? The idea? Oh, okay, quota. I hear ya. All right, all right. I'm going to present my screen. Second. Technology. All right. All right, can you see my screen? Says I'm doing it, I think. Oh, yep, there. Okay, presenting to everybody. Okay, so cool. I guess we'll get started. Before I jump into the good old PowerPoint, do you have any questions off the bat? All right, all right, okay. So I love Canva. Canva's cool. Um, let's present this bad boy. I think why am I having trouble here? Present. There we go. Um, cool. So the name All Done Consulting has two parts, as I mentioned before. There's the All Done component, and then there's the consulting component. The All Done component is no matter what model we're working on, it is complete. It doesn't require any work from our, on behalf from our clients. It's absentee, except for maybe say a little bit of setup in the beginning, incorporating, etc. It's really all done. And then the consulting aspect is that we find the best providers. And we've had a lot of success. It's well over 100 million in terms of annual revenue that's generated from our client stores. We have many, many clients spanning from eBay, which is drop shipping, Amazon, which is both drop shipping and FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, where Amazon does hold inventory, and Shopify. A lot of stores. Yeah, Amazon does take a cut. They charge. It breaks down into two primary fees. One is a final val. Sorry, a what's called a referral fee. That's between 10 and 15% of the sale, so of revenue, and then they also charge FBA fees, which is another thing. If you're doing FBA, that's so that they store the product for you, they ship it, and they fulfill it. So that's another cost. eBay also charges what's called a final value fee, which is generally 10%. But Shopify, there's none of that. That's one of the reasons why we're able to achieve better margins. So, and we do it all. Again, we do everything from finding the product. So this is sourcing, doing research on finding different products to potentially sell, doing marketability analyses, and then sourcing the product if we're doing FBA, manufacturing, all of that, and then listing the product, promoting it, dealing with advertising if we're doing that, dealing with sales fulfillment, and depending on the store, we'll have different types of teams. This is a team that does eBay based in Malaysia, Jakarta. We have teams all around the globe, some in lower cost countries such as Malaysia or Bangladesh, and other teams in the US. Depends on the store. Some of the business models require a lot more intensive, tedious human capital, and that's why we're leveraging low cost labor. And then others are more high skilled labor where you're just deploying a larger ad spend. That's more on Shopify. That's where we have the US team. Yep. Um, here's here's an example of the performance documentation reporting that's offered by Amazon. Use a store, you get access to all of this, and it's and you have full control over what happens from the actual operation of the store to being able to see what is going on. So you get to see the types of products, you get to see the number of orders, the sales volume, all of that stuff is in front of your eyes, and you have even greater visibility. You get to see the data sales, the products, the sales price, the cost of goods sold, gross profit, fees, net profit. Like you can be the CFO with your store. It's not like we lock it up in a box and out pops money. Like you get to see how everything is operating if you want to be involved or at least be able to monitor it. That's a reporting. That's a reporting mechanism. Actually, I will show you a video of this, but it's a reporting mechanism that's generated by Amazon. It's called a sales tracker. So here's some example stores from Amazon, different progressions of maturity level, and here's basic process. I mean, we had a nice conversation about this, so I think it's pretty clear. We have the setup, we grow it, we split profit, pretty simple. Here, this is the Shopify offer. We have these different stores. Each store progressively has a more favorable profit sharing model. So generally what people do and what I'm about to do, I'm going through financing now, is start with a smaller store, have a less favorable profit share so I can prove out the model, and then as things grow, I would buy another store that's more favorable. So, and these are the use of proceeds. Good fourth to a third of the assets. Well, actually, this is actually 40% here is allocated to ad spend, and then oh, you got to hear this one. So Ryan Morgan, the founder, has a he has a it's not a pipeline because it's actual like people that are ready, like they want contracts. That we're just figuring out a few logistical things. He has a why am I forgetting the word? Um, the bottleneck. That's it. That's the word. The bottleneck. He has a bottleneck of 70 deals. Around quarter million or something. It depends on the different stores. He has different stores, but like he's I mean that guy overnight is going to be doing pretty well. Pretty well, yeah. Not to mention, it wasn't so long ago that we did a 100,000. Was it 100 or $150,000 deal? I wasn't mine, so I mean I wish it was, but he bought this guy is a trust fund quote unquote baby. I mean he's in his 40s, but he doesn't really amount to much right now, but he really wants to get more involved in running a business, doing something actually. So he went in for a franchise. So he has 6 stores now that are all being built up for him. Yeah. So these are a few of the different providers. So these are folks that will manage teams. Alex J here, he cleared 7 figures last year. iStore Labs, this is actually run by one of the team members. So that's Ryan Morgan. I think it's a funny picture, but whatever. By this guy, what? He started all of this. This is, I gotta say, I always call him the Jesus Christ entrepreneur. I mean, he has gotten people to not I'm not only talking about like buying into a store. It's not that. he's gotten people to buy into his vision and build out this company in ways that are just really absolutely nuts. So there's this one very wealthy call center owner who has many agents, and Ryan just got him to put $60,000 of human capital, tech stack, leads, all of that into promoting this offer. And Riaz Karim was one of Ryan's first clients, and he also has a team of salespeople in the UK. And I mean, Ryan's about to close him for something substantial to invest in the marketing effort. And Riaz Flint, yeah. So Flint's he's basically he's a broker. He's handled a lot of business acquisition. So what we like to do is to show that on our board, the people that are advising us on this are financial people, because oftentimes we're talking to people that are like, wow, these returns are really good, but I'm nervous about it. And we say, like, our first few clients were people that have a very strong banking or financial background. And you can look these people up. You can look up Riaz. Riaz actually he has a very impressive LinkedIn profile. He has people recommending him in some very top level positions in banking. Actually, I'm curious. Gonna be a bad salesperson. I am gonna see if yeah, I do like my version of stock people. Um, while it's loading, yeah, well, for sales, you got to do it, right? Yeah. So, anyways, iStore Labs. That's his shtick. He has a lot of businesses, and that's one of them. All right. So, all right. While that's going, I'm going to show you stuff. So with Shopify, um, here. So this is a European store. So they have international stores. They have U.S. ones and international ones. So that's one single day of sales. Pretty good. So it depends. It really depends on Shopify. You can have what's called a generalist store, where we're selling anything anything that will sell. What I mean by that is we're looking into the market for different trends. We're trying to find products that are a good fit there. I don't know why my computer is slow right now, but and the other type of store is geez, what the hell? I have a nice computer. I have like the big screen and everything. It's like a all-in-one. What the fuck, man? Um, yeah, whatever. I got the what do I have? I have the okay, so general stores, and then there's specific niche stores. So if a client would like to focus on a particular market segment, we can do that. So we had someone that had their own liquor store, had the liquor licenses, had everything, and was interested in holding inventory and also shipping out product via e-commerce. So not only would people come into the store to look at products, that's why I just they would also be able to yeah. Oh, you can't? Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me? No? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you great. I can hear you great. I can hear you great. Let's try it again. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you? I'm sorry. Maybe I got your bad luck from the internet. All right. So I was saying that with there's general store and a specific store. The specific one, sometimes someone wants their own niche, for us to target. We were talking to someone that had to hold. We're trying to get hazmat suits and respiratory masks to China. So if you know anybody, um, okay. Yeah. So specific stores, general stores. The specific store. This fellow has a liquor store. So he would hold inventory, sell it normally, and then if a product sold in e-commerce, they would also be able to sell that. You just have to have your liquor licenses and go on from there. So that's one approach. But normally we recommend people that are not as familiar with e-commerce to opt for a generalist store because it's just easier to operate. What the fuck?
There we go.
Yeah, let's just do that. I'm gonna yeah.
If you share your screen, are you sharing your screen?
I am, yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Your mouse is in the middle of the screen. Is that correct?
No.
Man.
I think you might have trouble. But we'll just keep doing that as long as you can hear me. So I was saying specific store. There was a client that had a liquor store. So his idea was to hold inventory and sell it normally. Actually, he had multiple liquor stores. So you'd sell products from his brick and mortar store, and if a product sold, you'd go for that. And if it sold also for e-commerce, you'd be able to sell that as well. He already had the inventory. He'd be able to reduce a lot of his costs for that. So that was a really cool model for a specific store. But normally, if you're not really familiar with e-commerce, you want to try it out for the first time, it'd probably be best to go for a general store. And if you wanted to sell your own products, it'd be no problem. You'd be able to add like another page and sell those products as well.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I did my stalking. Can you see my screen?
Nah, it's
Nah.
pretty frozen, man.
Okay.
I really wanted to see.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. He's he has some really cool
Usually,
background.
like the roadmap would be, because I can't see your screen. The
Yeah.
roadmap would be the $25,000 minimum purchase fee,
Mm-hmm.
and then the store gets set up.
Yep.
And basically you're the CFO of your store, and that's it.
That's right. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Jeez, man, that sounds too good to be true.
Yeah. Well,
what's the catch? Where's the catch?
Well, it's just on the profit share. That's really where we're making money. So,
what about if the 25K is invested and the store goes down, or there's no return on investment?
Yeah. Oh, so if in terms of ROI, we in the contract we have a buyback clause for you. So if within 12 months and you do not see your return in terms of the profit generated from that store, your profit exceeding the cost of the store, will pay back the difference. So, the difference between the 25K and what profit you had generated. And that's in the contract. And you can review that to your heart's content. I always am very careful with my contracts. I review them very thoroughly. So I encourage you to do the same.
And then the consulting. So the old-time consulting is the setup of the store. The consulting side is the one where you help people set up a store.
Oh no, it's all inclusive. It's always the same type of service where we build out the store for you and we run it for you. The entire process from setup to management to promotion and to sales. We do it all. But when you're putting down this money and signing on the dotted line for that profit share, you're getting the full package. There's no there's no additional thing. That's why I bring up ad spend, because I could say, oh, it's the store is 20K, and then, oh, whoops, you also have to pay for ad spend. No, I'm saying that's a cost that would be included in those use of proceeds of the 25K. 20 on the store, 5 on the ad spend. And that 5K on ad spend, once it's used for that month and you see a return, you just roll it over to the next month, and you keep recycling that ad spend. And what I recommend is, when you're starting to see a return on that, you'll want to add more money into ad spend. It'll just make more sense because you're seeing a return. I mean, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Well, I don't have connection to see what you were going to share. Is there any links I can check out tomorrow when I get to work?
I wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you a few examples of the stores. So
yeah, I want to see that kind of how they're set up. And,
yeah.
all the back end stuff.
Yeah, I want to show you that. Let's try it again.
I'm clicking rejoin right now. Let's see if
Yeah.
it works. It's because we lost the block here. There's a tower that went out, and we don't have Wi-Fi the whole week.
That sucks.
That's all right, man. It's good to read and disconnect, except when exciting calls like this.
Yeah, right.
Do anything.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know. Hotspot is terrible.
Do you see anything?
No, it's loading. It's just blank loading. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's do this then. I can share with you. I can send you some pictures while we're doing this, and I can walk you through each one.
There we go. Getting ready.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll send you pictures. It's not a big deal. All right. Let's look at this one. I'll send you this picture.
Do you have storage yourself set up with them?
Yeah, as I said, I'm going through financing right now for Shopify, and I myself am an operator of an Amazon store.
Oh, you're an actual operator?
Yeah. I'm not a provider. I'm not good enough to be a provider, but I am an operator. I have run stores of my own, and this was, I mean, what I'm taking a picture of, which you can't see the video, is me doing a recording of the video that proved, I did twice. It's a second video, and it really proved to me that they knew what they were talking about, because they were showing me the back end, they were showing me all their stores, they were showing me, they were, as I said before, they were doing work, the day to day in front of my face. That made me a lot of confidence.
And what was it that you told me last time? Because I asked, why do you guys even need me?
Oh, right. Yeah. So,
not be like,
yeah,
like some sort of multimedia marketing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, great question. I think I've told you the same thing. That is, if you don't ask that question, it means you're not vetting the opportunity properly. That's an important question. So the answer.
I forgot the answer.
Okay, well, maybe I'll think of a different answer now. I'm just kidding. So the answer is, the way I like to describe it is with real estate. They're with property investors. They're often very wealthy people, right? These big firms, and yet a general partner is still going to work with a limited partner. So a limited partner is going to provide capital, and the general partner is going to provide most of the capital. There will be a few more limited partners, and they're offering the capital. Like, why don't they just go to a bank? Why don't they just self-source that and take all of, the IRR, which is their return criteria with property investment? Why don't they take it all? And the reason is that they would prefer to bring on partners for the capital. They want to bring on partners rather than like a standard financial institution to do so. It helps them, again, with the money as well as de-risking the opportunity. That's on the real estate side. It's not the exact same thing with what we have here, but the aspect that is similar is the capital aspect. We work with our clients to help us with the capital requirements for a store. For instance, with Shopify, there is the ad spend. The ad spend can get up there, and obviously you're starting to see more and more of return, so it's covering that cost. But that is something that we're using the client for. And for Amazon, there is a spread between the I shouldn't call it a spread. There's like a period of time of 2 weeks between the moment that the customer pays for the product and the moment that us as the vendor get paid by Amazon for selling that product. So the timeline is the customer buys the product, Amazon collects the money, holds it in an account. It's for like escrow. Actually, they do their own investments with it. They actually play with your money at that moment. You are having to front the bill of paying the supplier to ship the product out to the customer. So now you're out the cost of goods sold, and you have to wait 2 weeks until you get paid the sales price, and that would cover the cost of goods sold and your margin. That spread is what we use our clients to help cover. So we're leveraging their credit to conduct that part. Otherwise, we would have, as you saw, over $100 million in yearly sales that we would have to front. That's just too great a number. So it's better that we partner up with a lot of clients to do that very thing.
Got it. Yeah. And the 25K would be a yearly? No.
Once and that's it. We get paid with that profit share.
Got it.
Yeah, it's one time. Yeah, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I sent you a picture. So with that picture, you can see the products in the center. So those are
the email?
Yeah, no, I texted you.
Oh, text.
Yeah, so they're products in the center.
I don't have it.
Nah.
Yeah, man. So unprepared.
No, it's not your fault. I mean, how can you call yourself unprepared? Like you don't have. I mean, unless you know how to like build a network tower.
I could have been in the office or Starbucks.
That I guess that's true. Whatever.
But are you New York time right now?
Yeah.
11 over there? Yeah,
it's 11.
Oh man, you're staying up late for this.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a workaholic, so proud of it. No problem.
You're just a good salesman, man.
Yeah. I'm here for our clients. Yeah. I've had calls. We were just talking about this. My team and I were talking about having the latest call was 2 a.m. at one of us had 2 a.m.
Got it. Got the picture.
Yeah. So the picture you have 2 products. Actually, I sent it to you like a little bit late, so you can't really see what it says on the top picture. It's in the center. You see the center with the 2 picks?
Low inventory?
Nah, just okay. In the center, in the middle, there are these 2 images of products.
Yeah, one of them has a low inventory thing.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You're right. So one of them is a small chest freezer, and the other is a mesh rolling file.
Wow, no.
So what do we notice about those two products? They're boring. There's nothing to it. Yeah, they're boring evergreen products. We focus on evergreen products that have good salability metrics, and also certain metrics that are good for Amazon. So we're often focusing on non-branded products on Amazon that are selling but not selling well, and then we piggyback onto those listings, grow them, and then we win the buy box, which is basically the first place when it comes to someone's click on buying a product. Second and third place does not win any business. You get maybe 20% of the business, and you're competing against like 50 other people for that business. When you win the buy box, you get 80% of the business. And also, I sent on the right of that, you'll see on the bottom the actual sales. So you can see it in 1 day, 7 day, 15, and 30 days, and in 30 days, that store is almost peaking $300,000 in sales.
With those two products?
No. They have many products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have many products. They have many SKUs. They have that also.
Is this a unicorn store you're showing me here?
No, this is not. There actually, I wanted to show you another one. So let's show you another one. But here's another one. Send you the picture. All right. So that's one. I'll send you another one.
Is there any more people doing this? Or are you guys doing?
Oh no, we have competitors, but we're the best. You can look into them. E-commerce automation, where they're around. Remember again, the reason why we think we're the best is just by nature of the way our business is structured. It disincentivizes us from giving crap. We're incentivized to give the best offer because we're not the providers directly. So we vet them out.
When do you guys stop looking for people? Like, isn't there going to be a point where you have so much cash flow that you don't need any more people?
Any more clients?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, yeah, I mean that's always a consideration, and Ryan Morgan's going to be at that point soon too. Yeah. I mean, I've talked to providers, and they're like, we're going to reach capacity, and we're not going to go with any more clients. We just want to manage ours. That is an issue in this space, and there is an element of scarcity where it's actually real. It's not like a fake one, because there is only so big a market that drop shipping on Amazon can support. It's one of the reasons also I really advise clients to consider Shopify, because there are other Amazon e-commerce automation companies, and they are competing, right, with a similar strategy. Shopify is different. Shopify, you have a total greenfield market. Yes, you have to compete against other people selling similar product, but it's not like you're selling on the exact same platform and only being able to sell certain products, because drop shipping on Amazon, there are certain types of products that you can go for, and that reduces the total inventory of saleable products quite considerably. So that's a consideration that we have, and that's why I'm not. I mean, there's a whole host of reasons, but it's one of the reasons I'm not going for Amazon. I'm going for Shopify, even though it's a less expensive offer, and also I know Amazon better. I actually do, but I also know the ugly underbelly of the platform, and I decided it was not worth the risk, so I'm going for Shopify.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I sent you this other photo.
Got it.
You got that one. Here's I'm gonna send you one more. Of a, I think, yeah. So that one's also, you could call it a unicorn, right? Because it's doing over $100,000 in monthly. Let me give you a newer, a younger one. This is a less mature store. It's at it's at $8,000 in 30 days. And here's one that's at 84. I'm gonna send you a picture of that. I want to send you some other types of photos. I don't want to just send you these Amazon stores. I'll only do one more. I'll do one more Amazon. Here's one more. Let's
So
see.
25 is the buying fee, basically.
Yes.
No other fees, no anything.
No other fees.
Got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna also show you. I'm gonna show you some stuff on. I want to show you the pictures on Facebook. And this is Shopify. Here.
I'm just thinking about the cash now, man, because I don't want to waste your time. I have the cash, but I'm also saving for a duplex. So.
Oh, nice. Tell me about it.
In Bakersfield, a couple of duplexes for about I think 35K down or fourplexes. Bakersfield is pretty nice. LA area is expanding that way. People are forced to move out of the inner side, so Bakersfield is, in my opinion, going to grow.
So are you familiar with real estate? I mean, that's really interesting. You're very familiar with real estate?
Am I familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for my girlfriend, she's a real estate investor. She's, I guess, a trust fund baby, as you can call it.
Okay.
And she got into real estate and she got really good at it, and now she has a little empire going on.
Nice.
Very, very insane.
Well, that's a really great business. Real estate. That's fun. I actually have a few real estate deals going. I'll send you one deal. It was just rejected by my contact who's part of this big network of family houses, but it was $400 million dollar deal for a multi-billion-dollar project in the Philippines. So I generally aim for like whatever is big, I'll send to my people. I don't focus necessarily on the U.S. when it comes to that stuff, but I think it's really cool. So people need a place to live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to money and having the capital available right now, it's one of the reasons I brought up financing. It's because that's a strong possibility, and we can make it very easy to get a hold of a store without a large upfront fee. Is that
How
something?
would you guys? How would you guys do that if the whole purpose of it is to have the customer help you with cash, so you can do your little, have money between the time you get paid.
Right. So it depends on the platform. Shopify is more. Yeah, it depends on the platform. So with Amazon, I mean, what the way that the customer is fronting the bill is with their credits upon the purchase, and then they get paid back right on a biweekly cycle. Every 2 weeks, they're getting paid back that. So we're essentially leveraging their credit to make that happen. So in terms of actually uh, deploying capital to actually build out the store in the first place, that's a totally different fiscal scenario. And I personally don't think it's quote unquote hypocritical to have help in actually building out that store initially, because that is really meant for the build out. That is for jump starting the store, and the credit issue is more for long-term maintenance of the cash flow. So it's a different. They're two different animals.
What are the rates of your loan?
It's that's where I end up being a total novice. I can't speak any further about that because I really don't understand the financial stuff. What I would do is I would put you in touch with my guy. His name is Chris Holland, and he would tell you what's available. He's an expert in that stuff, and if it's a good fit for you, you would proceed with him for that. I don't know. I can't speak to it. I know my little corner. He knows his.
Got it.
Yeah. So, how about it? Put you in touch with him?
For the financing,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I want to do maybe some more research to see if I want to go through this path or start my own by myself.
Oh, to build your own e-commerce store?
Yeah, just me alone. Something that I can do after work for fun. I have I have a guy that does leather in South America, and just use him for wallets and purses and small stuff, or the supplements, or the shampoo, but mostly probably leather.
Well, that's actually a really good fit for this because, as I mentioned before, there are two types of stores with Shopify. There's the niche store, the specific store that is, and the general store. So most of our clients they opt for general because they're not familiar with Shopify. They want to handle sorry, they don't really want to handle any of the scope. And then there are folks like you, or like the guy I told you about before with his liquor brands, sorry, liquor brick and mortar liquor stores, where he wants to hold inventory on his own and ship out product and fulfill it.
Yeah,
That is a distinct possibility. And what the provider does is in the beginning with you, he learns about the types of products that you are interested in, how you're going to fulfill all of that stuff, and he builds out the commerce store for you and also handles promotion. These people are very experienced marketers. It's not just that they know how to build out a store, because honestly, you could pay someone to build out a store, build out the Shopify store. What?
It's all in the market.
It is all in marketing. That's really what the expertise is on.
So what would that be if I do you guys have like I build the store and you guys help me do marketing, or is that not really what you guys
Yeah,
can also
we've I guess we can custom tailor that. But the store is built out in a way so that marketing can be done most effectively. It's all part of the same thing. It's like with the sales process, you can't just say, can we skip appointment setting, just go to close. You can't just right. All of the infrastructure really is tied together. I mean, I know this because I've done e-commerce and I've also built websites. I'm familiar with how everything is incorporated together. I'll give you an example. With Facebook, I'm sorry, with marketing in general, it's become very technical, and one way that technical marketers are able to determine the efficacy of their marketing efforts is through something called conversion tracking. So they will basically monitor a user, a piece of traffic, so to speak, from an advertisement all the way through their movement via website to the moment that they actually quote unquote convert into, say, an email opt-in or actually a sale. So you're familiar with that. And
we have that in our software too.
Okay. Oh, right. So with ERP, so you're familiar with conversion tracking. So with Facebook, it's the Facebook Pixel, and it's very important that the way that the conversion takes place is done in a way that you can effectively monitor the Facebook advertising and also deal with the copy and how the infrastructure all plays together so that you can market with the lowest with the lowest CPC, the lowest and most effective marketing. So you end up having a much higher ROAS, return on ad spend, and you actually generate profit on your sale rather than just breaking even or losing money. All that gets put in together with actually building the website, and that's one of the reasons why it's all inclusive. And that's not to say that you cannot work with your products and work together with the provider to actually do that. That's something that our clients often do with the provider. It's just that we would be building that with you as a as a partner, included with everything else.
50-50. If I want to source the leather, I want to source the product. I want to kind of it's just too.
Oh, I see. So in that case, I would have to let me ask.
So you guys basically just do the.
Yeah. So in that case, the idea would be you would have your part of the store, which is the products that you're sourcing, you're holding inventory for, and then the provider would have their own set of products. And that would be the part of the store that they are generating their quote unquote cut from, but not from your side of the store. That's actually a really interesting model. And if you just give me 1 second, I actually can get an answer for that. Do you mind holding the line?
No, that's why I'll get the bathroom really fast and I'll mute you.
Okay, sounds good.
Gotcha.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
I'm back when you are.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Right.
Hi.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so there's no way to do so where he can have a part of the store, he's sourcing his own products, he's holding inventory, he's fulfilling it, he's selling, he's promoting, he's doing everything. He's just building the store for him so he can place it and then also have a part of the store where we're able to do that 50-50 split and the like. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the deal because he wants his own store where he takes full margin.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. He can make his own store for that part.
Well, he would have his own store. The idea is that all you're doing is just giving him. You're building the same thing as before, except that there'll be like another page for his listings. What's wrong with that?
You can't connect two stores because for one, that would get really confusing.
It wouldn't be two stores. It would be one store. It would be one store. It's just that you would not be promoting his products. He would be promoting his products. He would be fulfilling his products so that he gets the full margin on his products, which is fair. Like he wants to source his own thing. He has a good connect, a good hookup. He doesn't want to share margin. That's fair.
Well, then why can't he just create a Shopify store?
He wants that, but also I do want to push him to also have one of our stores, which is successful, and honestly, I can make money. Otherwise, he's not going to buy anything from us.
But he doesn't need a store for me to run on that side. He can just create a separate store for just his side and run.
I recognize that he could. I recognize he could do that, but I wondered if you would be open to making that a possibility, so I can close this deal. Otherwise, the money's going out in the trash.
It's not possible, man. There's no way that you can put the same products on the same store. All he has to do is create a different Shopify store, focus his own products for that part, and then if he wants the automation side for my side, then he can do general merchandise on my side.
There's no possibility to have them in the same store?
What's to make the difference? There's no difference.
I know there isn't a difference. My question is if I understand that there's no difference, but would you be open to making that a possibility, even though it's not like anything crazy? Just wondered if you're...
It is because you're talking about sales and you're talking about they're all going to mix together and it goes off with a profit at the end of the day, like once we do gross sales of all the profit.
There's no way to divide that out?
I mean, you can, but it's more work, and it's not really set up like that. I don't know why you can't just have two separate stores.
I'm not saying that he can't, but if I tell him that way, he's going to be like, okay, I'll recreate my own store. I don't need you guys.
Well, then just tell him that you're not going to make any money because it takes a lot to get those products to sell for somebody. That's what I'm just like. If the way he's do it is one with us and then run his other shop.
Michael, I understand that he's just not going to go for it. It's either my way or I've lost the deal. That's all.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would even will separate that. That's just I don't. It just seems like that would be more a pain in the butt.
It might be, but it's a way for me to close this deal. Otherwise, I won't be able to close it.
Well, I mean, I guess I could talk to the guy if you want me to talk to him. He can understand.
Like, he understands, and I understand, and you understand. The question is if you're willing to make that happen or not, because if we all understand.
Okay, but if he understands, then what does he want me for?
What I'm trying to sell him on and close him on is that he uses you for both together on the same store. He would generate profit with our model, which I have been trying to build up value for this entire time. And two, he continues to sell his own products, which it's in his fantasy land is going to sell, which they won't. And you'll have that together.
I don't know. I mean, we can try it, and if it fails, it fails. But
Great. I'm happy that you're willing to do this. You sure?
because it's just I'll have to figure that out. It's just the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life, though.
Well, it's the only way we'll get this closed. So if you're open to helping me close this, then great. Otherwise, then I won't be able to close it. So you're okay with that?
So he hasn't even made any sales on it.
What?
Has he even made sales with his products?
No, nothing. He has never done e-commerce before. It's gonna fail, and then you're gonna be fine with your own thing. So it doesn't even matter. I just need to be able to tell him that that's something you're willing to do, to divide it out like that.
I guess I can figure something out, man.
I appreciate
I
it.
just never had anybody ask a weird question like that.
I appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
So you're saying that because he's on his side, he's just confused as hell. Then
no, he gets it. No, we all understand it. It's just if I don't sell it in this way, I'm not closing this deal. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna speak with him now. Bye. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm really sorry about the delay. What I described before, I'm sorry, actually, I don't know if I actually broke it down for you. What I would propose is a store that has both. So on the store, you would be able to hold your, you'd be able to hold your info, you would be able to handle fulfillment, promote your product, whatever. You would get the full cut. That's your 100% yours. We're not taking from that. And then in addition, you have this whole other part of the store which I've been adding value to the whole time, where we have veteran seller who's able to generate profit, and you'd have a store to hold the products that you want to build, plus you're generating profit from our model, all in one.
That's a good idea. I like that one.
All in one. So you get not only you get the practical reality and return, and you get the dream. So you get the dream of being able to have your own e-commerce store with the products that you have sourced on your own, that you're proud to have. You have these really good relations. You're going to be able to capitalize on that and learn about a whole part about e-commerce, which is really valuable, the product sourcing element, and be able to fulfill it and learn. Plus, you have a store that I've shown you store after store after store is generating profit. You have both of that together dually. Same price, same model. The 50-50 is only going to be for the products that the provider, sources and promotes and sells and all that stuff. And for yours, it's all yours. You just have to divide out. They would work out how to divide out the store. That's why I had to talk with him for a while. I had to figure out exactly how it would be structured, but that would be it. Kaput?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, great. So let's get this going. I can put you in touch with my finance guy. Do you have a moment now? He might actually be available. He is in an earlier time zone than I am. Otherwise, we can schedule with him a time that's better. Would that work for you?
Just talk with my friend that I source the things with and see how fast I can get going with the whole e-commerce thing.
Oh yeah, well, you have time. You have time. Like this process it takes a few weeks. So it's good to have these conversations concurrently. So for instance, we had someone that is just getting the contract now from the provider, and he was in touch with me vetting the opportunity. He was in touch with the finance person because that all the things are contingent on each other. He can't, he's not able to buy the store if the financing doesn't make sense, and he's not willing to go for financing if the store doesn't make sense. And he's not then willing to go with the store if the contract doesn't make sense. Like all three of those things are required together. So I would encourage you to at least have that conversation so you can actually learn about what that entails to see if this even makes sense in the first place. So
That makes sense.
yeah. Okay, so hold on to just 1 second, and I'll see if.
But
Yeah.
we can schedule it not for tonight.
Okay. Sure. When works for you?
You mind if I reach out to you? I gotta check my work calendar on my laptop, the work laptop.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine. So you'll check up on a time that's available for you. Also, what I'll do is I'll make a text conversation between you and the finance guy, so that when you do know your availability, it's right at hand. You just text it to him, and you guys can move forward.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thanks again.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Bye.
Bye.
Fucking not gonna close.
clue how to. You're not ever going to make a sale. We put that under ours so we can actually keep running ads for you all day long. You know, we can. I mean, we've never done that, but I guess we can do it. All you got to do is share. But it's not going to make a difference. You'll still get access to it 100%. That way you can see what goes on. I have to talk to my partner and see if he'll do it like that, because normally we got like approved for like almost 800 accounts, so we just keep putting them under. Each account has its own ID for the account access. So I think you can be like an actual admin on that too. To check with my partner on that part.
Your call has been forwarded to